Hi guys, welcome to this new video. Today I'm going to talk about Italian high school. You ready? Let's get started. In Italy there are different kinds of high school. High schools are called licei and they're the hardest kind of school, and then there are technical schools. Most people go to high schools, licei. There's a linguistic, classical or humanistic or scientific, artistic. Overall, they're all pretty hard. High schools last 5 years. We have like 13 grades and 5 years of high school. Why are there so many different kinds of high school? Like in America, there is just one high school and you choose your classes, and that's the problem. In Italy, you have a choice of a school, but then you don't get to choose your classes. So you pick your school when you're in 8th grade, and of course you know everything about what you want to do in the future or what you want to study, and then once the school is picked, you have no more voice. Like, you don't get to choose anything for 5 years. You just do what you're told to do, and I don't like this. There is a certain number of classes you take every year. They stay the same for 5 years. You also have more classes. Like in the US, you usually have 7 classes or 6. The upper your grade is, the fewer classes you have, but there you have like 10, 11, 9 every year. You don't have an hour of every class each day though, because like most important classes have more hours during the week, and less important classes, I don't know who decides which classes are more important, but less important classes have fewer hours. In my high school, the 5 years are divided in 2 plus 3. You add 3 more classes at the beginning of your 3rd year. So for example, last year I was taking Italian, which is like English in the US, so like literature, math, chemistry, physics, history, philosophy, Greek, Latin, English, history of art, PE, and I think that's it. And there's also religion, but it's the only class you can decide not to take, guys. We don't move from classroom to classroom between every period. Basically, students are divided into classes, so it's like a group of 20-25 people, and you stay with them from the first day of your first year to the last day of your last year. And teachers move from class to class every 1, 2, or 3 hours. You arrive to school, you drop your backpack off at your desk, and then you stay there for like 6-7 hours. That's every day. And you have 2 breaks of 10 minutes in which you can use the bathroom and you can eat a snack, but we don't eat school at lunch. Yes, Susie. We go to school from Mondays to Saturdays all around Italy. Apart from my city, last year changed, but the first year of high school I went. So 6-day week and just Sunday off. Times from like 8 o'clock or 7:50 to 2 or 7:50 to 1. But if you're done at 2, then you go home and you have lunch at 2:30 or 3 or whatever. So students are divided into sections, and every section has a letter. My high school is fairly small. It has like 600 students. So we have A, B, C, D, E, and F. If they ask you what class are you in, you just say, I'm in like 3rd B or 3rd C. There is no saying I'm a freshman, I'm sophomore, junior, senior. Italian schools don't have a lot of money, and I realized that, I mean, I kind of knew that, but I realized it's so much more when I came to America. Here people complain about how school sucks, but school is so perfect. It's ridiculous. They like making like constructions and new buildings and new floors, but everything is already so perfect. My high school, the building was built in 1572, basically when America was discovered. I mean, it wasn't discovered, but you know what I mean. It's literally falling apart. There are some places we're not allowed to go because you might be hit by something that falling from the ceiling or something. That's crazy. I don't know. They're dirtier, and the bathrooms are gross. There's no toilet paper, no paper towels, no soap, no mirrors. The water is so cold. I mean, this is my school. There might be better schools, but I'm talking about my personal experience. People smoke in the bathroom. Smoking is not allowed at school, but most people don't care. The smell inside the bathroom is... You have to hurry as much as you can, otherwise you have to wash your hair once you get out. Also, there is no water fountains and no air conditioning. We have radiators when it's cold, but nothing for the heat in the like summer or kind of. Also, because we don't have money, we don't have any extracurricular activities. We don't have sports, clubs, or anything. We just go to school and we study and then we go home. So students are a lot less involved in like school life, just because it's not possible to be involved. And also, you get to school right before the first class starts, then you leave right after the last class ends. You don't stay after school, you don't come early. Yeah. We have no art classes, clay classes, music classes, drama, graphics, what is it? Computer classes, music classes, drama, orchestra, band. We have none of that. All the classes in my school are the classes I mentioned earlier. And those are my clay projects. Because here I'm taking a clay class and I love it. I love it so much. So many differences in the school system, in the way things are taught and in the way students are required to know stuff. Italian teenagers don't work, they don't have jobs, and almost no one has a sport every day. Just because, well, it's really hard to find jobs, so even if you wanted to work, it would be really hard, but school is like school, jobs, and sports all together. I was exceptionally perfectionist and I wanted to like know everything, but I almost didn't do anything else apart from studying. You have to study no information. Basically, the way school works, there is no PowerPoints and no projects, no group activities, nothing. Every class is a lecture. So basically you have six, seven classes a day, and you just take notes every hour, and that's all you do. And then you have to go over your notes every day of every class and study them and basically know everything in the notes. So everything the teacher said, also studied in the book. So basically the work you do at home, of course you have like math problems and translations in Greek and Latin, but most of the work you do is just like read a book and you highlight, you read, and you repeat out loud, and that's how it works. So it teaches you how to study but not how to do. It's a lot less practical. I usually studied from like 4 to 10 every day, or like sometimes until midnight or 1, and it was normal. And I would wake up before, like earlier than I was supposed to review before I went to school. The amount of stress students are exposed to is not even comparable. I could never eat breakfast before school just because I was so anxious, and the main reason is because of interrogazioni. Interrogazioni are sort of interviews. Basically, we have written tests, but you have oral interviews. Okay, you have to study the material every day for every class, and then teachers call up students at their desk. You stand up, you go by the teacher's desk, and you answer questions about what you had to study. So basically what you did during the class in the past month. You don't know when you're gonna be called up, and you don't know what the questions are gonna be. But so you're always like on the edge. You're always like, tomorrow I can be called of 4 subjects and I have to know everything about the material, everything. I don't know, it's just so stressful. Once you get called, you're good, so you can relax a little bit for that class until everyone else in your class is called, and then the teacher starts again. And this can take like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and sometimes you're just you, sometimes it's like 3 people or 4 people, and that's the main cause of stress, just because it's so unpredictable. Our grades go from 0 to 10, so we don't have letters, we have numbers, but actually the lowest is like 3 or 2, but you cannot get 0. And 10 is almost impossible, so it goes from like 2 to 9 or 8. Teachers are not friends. Here you can just easily joke and talk to teachers. They're people. You can talk to them as people, and that's how it should be. But in Italy, you are so scared of teachers because they are strict. They don't tell you anything about their lives. You don't see them as people, but just as like scary monsters. Another chapter is technology. We have recently got a computer in every classroom, and that's it. We never use computers. We Android everything, and some teachers are really like old style method. Last year we had to write a paper like on a book. We just wanted to type it, and we did, and our Italian teacher made us rewrite it by hand the same day for the next one. It was like 10 pages. You can't eat during classes, and some teachers don't even allow you to drink. It's crazy. Like, drink is like it's our right. Like, we should be able to drink whenever we want, and drinking is so important for you. Like, it's crazy. How are you supposed to go for 6 hours and not drink? One time this teacher was pretty strict. I burned my tongue with hot chocolate during the break, because we have like machines with coffee and chocolate, and it was pretty bad. Like, you know, when you burn your tongue, you want to drink water, so I had a water bottle and I drank. Like, I tried to hide behind the person in front of me and drink little sips at a time without being noticed, and the teachers noticed me, and she got mad. She said I couldn't drink. I don't know. Also, cell phones are absolutely not allowed. If the teacher sees one, they take it. At the end of the 5-year high school, you have an exam, and it's a really big exam. You have to study for months. Basically, you just study a lot more during that year in 4 days, and it's after everyone else is already done with school, so there is no privileges for seniors. You just have to study more, and you have to stay in school for like 2 weeks more or 3 weeks more, so it's not something you look forward to. There, you don't want to be a senior because it sucks. You graduate with a score in out of 100, and 75% of that is your exam. I have mine next year, and I'm not looking forward to it because it's gonna be really hard. And also, because I'm an exchange student and I missed my 4th year, I have to study throughout the summer and kind of make up all the classes I didn't take. Because of the classes I'm taking here, the only one that transfer is math, because it's the same topics, but I don't get credit for anything. I wanted to do it, and I did it anyways because I think experience is a lot better and more important than another year of just like killing yourself studying. It's good to get to know how things works in other places in the world, and we get to realize it doesn't have to be the way it is. You can change it. You can do things you didn't think they were possible. Even though you're gonna be disadvantaged if you do it anyways. Because these are just a few things about Italian high school. There's so much more to say, but this video is already so long and I don't want to be boring. So if you have any sort of questions of things you're curious about, just leave it down in the comments. So I hope I'll see you in my next video, and I hope you're gonna have a wonderful day and a wonderful life. Bye!